All right, now that's such a great introduction for Chulalongkorn University for the International Undergrad Program. But now, this is the time for our first program, and this one is from the Chemical and Process Engineer Program. This is an first international program, so don't miss this great information. And here with us today, we have Dr. Akawat Sirisu. ChPE Program Director, and he will talk about this wonderful program. Please take it over. สวัสดีครับอาจารย์
สวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับครับ today I'm going to talk about the Chemical and Process Engineering program. My name is Akawat, so I'll get right to it. So today I'm going to talk about, I think a lot of people don't know what chemical engineers do for a living, so I'd like to introduce you to what is chemical engineering. Then I will talk about our program, the curriculum structure, and talk about our facilities a little bit for the part one. Okay, so to start it off, so what is chemical engineering? Chemical engineers, we invent and design the process to convert raw materials into the final products that we would like, and then we transfer it from one point to another. So to start off our process, we begin with our experiment in the laboratory to find out what chemical reactions can convert the raw materials to the final products that we want, and then we scale it up to like a chemical plant size that will produce such products in maybe like 1 million tons per year. Okay, so that is the role of chemical engineers. So some people may wonder, what is the difference between chemical engineer and chemistry? So for chemistry, we look at the chemical reaction at the molecular scale. So most of the work will be done in the laboratories, but for chemical engineer, we will take the information that chemists and chemistry find out and try to scale it up to a larger scale. So to scale it up to a larger scale, we need to understand the chemical reaction processes. And then we need to know about the reactor that convert the raw materials into our products. And then we need to transfer our materials from point A to point B through the pipe using valve or compressor or pump. And then we need to control the process using a process control system. And finally, we need to learn about the separation process that can separate our raw materials between our raw materials and our products. So that's pretty much our role as a chemical engineer. So currently, chemical engineers do work in petroleum and petrochemical industries. So for this kind of industries, it starts with the upstream process, which is the offshore drilling to explore and find oil and gas underground. And then we take it up on ground and send it to process. So for the midstream, we process the crude oil through the oil refinery to get like a benzene or diesel oil. And we also do the gas separation plant to get the naphtha or olefin or methane. And then we send it to petrochemical complex to produce like a various monomer and polymer to be used in the chemical industry. So that's our main employer. Okay. So, but the career path for chemical engineers varies. It goes into different fields of industries. So, like I mentioned, the main employer will be in petrochemical industry. So the producer of olefins, aromatics, monomers, and plastic. You can see various companies that hire chemical engineers these days. It's like Thai Oil, like PTTGC, SCG Chemical, Dow Chemical. So prominent player in Thai industries. And for petroleum industries, we have like a oil and gas exploration and production such as PTTEP or Chevron, or for the international corporations such as Chulalongkorn and Halliburton. We also have like several companies that have a oil distillation, crude oil distillation plant or gas separation plants such as PTT or Bangchak or Thai Oil or Esso or Star Petroleum. So those are the traditional career paths for chemical engineers. But for ChPE or chemical and process engineering, we can go further. We can go work in the company that deals with alternative energy, such as the producer of biodiesel, green diesel, or bioethanol, as well as solar cells and batteries. So you can see like a GGC is a Global Green Chemical, Petroleum Oil, Gulf Oil, or like a Energy Absolute. Or we can also work in the biochemical industry, which produce the chemicals from the plant-based raw materials. Or we can do a biomass conversion, convert into like a biogas, such as methane. So this like could be a career path for our ChPE graduates. But chemical engineering also work in various fields that you experience in everyday life, such as paper industry, food and beverages, consumer products, pharmaceuticals and cosmetics, electronics, fabrics, and packaging. And that's not even all. So there's more. We can work in the chemical plants, or like the one that makes like paints for the house, industrial gases, construction materials, or even car parts. So you can see that chemical engineering has a role in the products that we experience in everyday life. So it's such a vast career path for our CHPE graduates. So next, we want to talk about the CHPE program. So CHPE program is managed and operated by the Department of Chemical Engineering that is separate from the International School of Engineering. And our chemical engineering department is like ranked the best chemical engineering program in Thailand since forever, and probably in top 5 in Southeast Asia by QS World Rankings. And our department has been accredited by Thailand Accreditation Board of Chemical Engineering Education for academic year 2020 to 2025. Okay, and this program actually was being created in response to a 20-year national strategic plan by the Thai government that elevates the BCG economy. I will talk about BCG economy to a level of national agenda. Okay, so the BCG economy, B stands for bio. Bioeconomy is the production and conversion of products from a renewable biological source such as plants. Okay, for C, it stands for circular economy. So for this, we try to extend the life cycle of products by reducing waste or create a different use of the same products. And G stands for green economy. So we try to reduce environmental risk and then design a green process that has like fewer waste. Okay, so this BCG economy model actually fits in very well with chemical engineering departments. So we do a lot of research and works involved the BCG economy already, but so we don't have the program that dedicate to students with expertise in BCG economy. That's why we created the CHPE program. Okay. So why should you choose to join us for the CHPE program? So the CHPE program, the curriculum structure has been designed to fulfill the requirement by the Council of Engineers of Thailand. That's why our CHPE graduates would be able to apply and obtain for the professional engineering license in chemical engineering discipline. And this is the only international engineering program at Chulalongkorn University that you can do. Okay? And next, the CHPE curriculum structure has been designed to allow our students some flexibility to do what we call a cooperative internship. So that means a 6-month-long internship instead of a typical 2 months with industries. Or we can do a 1-semester exchange program without having to alter their study plan. I'll show you when you can do the foreign exchange program later. And since our teaching will be in English and our faculty member, most of them are Thai. So we try to keep a quality control by have our CHPE instructors undergo an assessment of their English skill by the Chulalongkorn University Language Institute instructor who are native speakers. They will evaluate us in aspects of pronunciation, fluency, and communication strategies. Okay? Only the instructor who passed the assessment will be allowed to teach our core courses. And we also provide you a textbook and the associated learning platform for free for during the 4-year program. Okay, so seems like a good idea to join our CHP program. So next, let's talk about our CHPE curriculum. In general, it's a 4-year program with 144 credits. So divided the credits into 4 groups. The first group is the general education, 30 credits for that, and then another 21 credits for basic mathematics and science, which is calculus, physics, and chemistry mostly. Okay, and then we have 87 credits for the engineering core course. So we have like some basic engineering, which such as drawings, computer programming, mechanics, stuff like that. And we also have chemical engineering core courses. That's for what chemical engineer know. So we are still chemical engineer. So we learn about what chemical engineering actually do. Okay, so we do like a reactor design, distillation column design, process control, something like that. But the extra special thing for our CHP program is we have a few elective courses. Okay, so there are 8 subjects that you can choose by choosing your field of study. You will choose your field of study at the end of your first year before you start the second year. So we have 2 fields of study for you to choose. First is the bioprocess engineering, deals with the process that use like a renewable biological raw materials. And the second field of study is the sustainable energy. So that's will deal with alternative energy or sustainability. So you can choose between these 2, and then you will choose your elective courses based on the field of your choosing. So the first year, it'll be typical for engineers. So you learn, you take like calculus, you take physics, you take chemistry, some English, and then for the second year, you start to have more chemical engineering courses. And you can see that the 4th semester, you have the field compulsory course, which is the course that's required when you choose your field of study. Okay. And for 3rd year, you can see that a lot of chemical engineering courses. So that's going to like be the thick of it. Okay. And then the summer of after you finish the 6th semester is the summer semester that you have to go to do an internship. Okay, that is required by the Faculty of Engineering for all engineering students to do at least 2 months of internship. Okay, but for our program, you can choose to do 2 months or you can do 6 months. So 6 months, that will just go into the 7th semester, which is the first semester of the 4th year. So you can see that all the courses in the 7th semester are all elective courses. That's by design. So we designed the curriculum so that you can go to like a 6-month-long internship, or you can do the foreign student exchange program in the 7th semester. That will not affect the overall time that you spend in our program. So still graduate within 4 years. Okay, so that's pretty much our curriculum detail. So let me show you some elective courses. We have elective course in bioprocess engineering and sustainable energy. But we also have the common elective course for either field can choose. Okay, so each field you have like 3 compulsory courses, and then you have like some elective courses you can choose. So remember, so you need to do 3 like compulsory courses and 5 elective courses. But actually, the 5 like a free elective course you can choose from your own field, or you can choose it from a different field. For example, these are the courses for sustainable energy field. Okay, so there are 3 compulsories and some elective courses you can choose from. A student from either field can choose the elective course. So they can also choose the compulsory course from another field as well if they are so interested. And the common elective courses, you can see that there are like special topics in chemical engineering. That's when, like in case that we have a new subject that is not in the curriculum yet, or maybe the special topics that some professor from foreign professor that wants to come and teach at our program, you can put it in as special topics. And for cooperative study, that's when you go to do a cooperative internship for 6 months, and you can transfer the credits back, and then it will be like you study your 4th year with us. Okay, and the last one is independent study. That is when you go abroad and do the foreign exchange program. You can transfer some credits back in case that subject is not in our curriculum, transfer it back as independent study. So this is to accommodate your credit requirements, and so that you will graduate within 4 years. Okay. Next, the different facilities. So our facility was in the Faculty of Engineering in the building 4 on the 10th floor. Okay. So we will have like a library, but that we convert into like more like a student lounge and co-working space. We also have a small meeting rooms that they can do a discussion, a presentation to our lecturers. And we also have a classroom there that was revamped. And then we have a typical like chemical engineering laboratories that you can do the lab in, maybe in the, I think it's in the 3rd year of that study. So next, we'll talk more about stuff that you might be looking to find out, okay? So the admission requirements and then the tuition fee. So for the admission requirements, we only do you can submit the test score. We don't do portfolio, okay? So you submit the test score in 3 fields. So English, which accounts for 20% of the total score, and then mathematics, 30% of the total score, and science, 50% of the total score. So once you submit all the test score, we will start to do the ranking for all the applicants, okay? The applicants with who pass the minimum score threshold will be called for an interview. Okay, during the interview, student will be scored, and they will pass the interview. The interview will be like pass or fail. So if you get at least 50% of the total interview score, you get a pass. But don't worry, the interview is not that serious. So we want to check your communication skill, and I think for the previous batch of our applicants, everybody passed. So for the English test score, you can do like a TOEFL, you can do IELTS, you can do CUTEP. Actually, all this information you can find out on our website, which I will show you the address at the end of my presentation. So for mathematics, you have a various score that you can submit. You can submit the scores from various institute or various sources. We will select the one that gives you the best ranking. Okay. So for science, you can do CUATS or ACT science. That's the popular one right now. Okay. And this is the photo of our first batch of the ChPE students. So they just started their semester in August, okay? So we do orientation in July to tell them about how to register and stuff. And then in August, we bring them to meet their advisors, and then I'll take them on a campus tour at Chulalongkorn University to tell them where everything are, okay? And you'll get to meet one of our like ChPE students in a few minutes, okay? So the statistics, we have 28 students in the first year. So 20 of them are male and 8 of them are female. And 20 of them are from the typical Thai program, the high school program, and 6 of them came from the Thai school with the English program, and 2 come from international program. And then our ChPE students actually participate in many, many extracurricular activities. So they do freshman camp at Faculty of Engineering, and you could do the Chulalongkorn University freshman activities. And they participate in a lot of sports. You can see like football, basketball, there's like badminton, table tennis. Yeah. So you will meet one of them right there, right here. Okay. So the tuition fee, okay? The tuition fee, there are 2 components of it. So one is a tuition fee of 25,500 baht. That will be paid to the Chulalongkorn University. And then the program fee of about 84,000 baht paid to our program for a Thai student. But foreign student is a little bit more expensive. It's 138,000 baht. But don't worry, we have scholarship. Okay, For Thai students, we have the Thai full ride scholarship. For the top two, rank number 1 and number 2 of each class, you get 100% waiver of the program fees. And for rank 3 and 6, you'll get 50% waiver of the program fee. But we also have scholarship for non-Thai students. So for if you're not Thai, you want to apply for our scholarship, there are 4 scholarships available each year. Okay, the scholarship will be for 4 years of study, and that will cover the tuition fees, the program fees, the health insurances, and 2 one-way plane tickets between your home country and Bangkok. But the requirement is that the scholarship recipients must maintain a GPAX of at least 2.75 for the whole duration of their study. So this is the key dates for the admission for academic year 2023. Okay, for Thai students, the early admission round we're gonna admit 40 students, starts in November 25th to December 22nd of this year. So the second round will take the leftover or rollover number plus 5 students. That will begin in February 21st to March 28, 2023. For the non-Thai student, the first round starts a little bit later, starts on December 21st until February 26th of next year, or February 6th of next year. So we admit up to 10 students. So if we need more, we can open a second round. Okay. And this is how you contact us. Okay, I encourage you to email us at chpe@chulalongkorn chpe@chula.ac.th, or you can visit our website at chem.eng.chula.ac.th, or you can scan the QR code on the left-hand side. That will bring you to the Department of Chemical Engineering website as well. Or you can look inside on our Facebook at facebook.com/chemnceu. And you can, these are all the communication channels you can contact us. Okay, so that concludes my presentation. Now I want to introduce you to our CHPE students, Mr. Ekanan Okit. So let's tell us about your background before you joined our CHPE program.
Okay, so I was a Sacred Heart Convent School student. I learned until grade 10 and I took GED. And then I saw the ChPE program, which is really interesting, so I applied to here.
Okay, so when do you hear, or where do you hear about our CHPE program?
I heard it from Ignite by On Demand.
Oh, so it's a touring school.
Yes.
Right. And then what attracts you to our CHPE program?
So I wanted to learn engineering, so I was not sure what to learn. And chemical engineering itself is already very interesting. And at Chula is like the best in the country, so of course, but also that I can get to choose to learn sustainable energy, which is the one that really attracts me. And also I'll get to earn the professional engineering license. That's like the best part of it.
Yeah, so the engineering license is the license that I think in the future they might enforce that the that engineers that work in a chemical plant would have to have one before you can work there. Okay, but you say like you have an inclination to choose sustainable energy over bioprocess. Is there any reason behind that?
For me, I chose engineering because I don't like bio at first. That's like the first
reason. Yes, a lot of engineering students that doesn't like biology.
And also I think sustainable energy will have a very long way to go.
Oh, cool. And so let's talk about, so you just started in August, right?
Yep.
So let's talk about the impression of the program so far. Yeah.
Wow, so for the past about 3 months, it has been really amazing. In class and also outside the class, it has been a really amazing experience for me.
So I see that you play basketball in one of the photos in our presentation,
yes, I
right?
did, and it was really fun.
So, but like your friends also participate in a lot of sports as well,
yes,
right?
Football, table tennis, badminton, and also, yeah, a lot more.
Yes, quite different for a typical chemical engineers.
Exactly.
So let me say that. Okay. So why don't you just maybe invite your junior or other students who are watching this to come and apply to our CHP program.
So to grade 12 students, I would like to say chemical engineering CHPE would be a great place for you. It has been only 3 months for me, but I really like it here, so I'm sure you guys will do too.
Okay, I think that's pretty much wrap it up for our CHP presentation. Okay, thank you. ขอบคุณครับ
Yeah.